What's up, beautiful people? Thank you so much for stopping by to the team Brian. It was a brand new day seeing you guys here. I really appreciate for the kind of support that you're giving us. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing by clicking on that red subscribe button. Join our community, and by subscribing, of course, it's free, guys. That is the only way that you're going to support our channel and show at least appreciation for the kind of work that you do to you. So really again appreciate for the love that you'll be showing me. Nashukuru sana, you will never go unappreciated. Uwa nashukuru for those people who comment, like our videos, for those people who share our videos. Nashukuru sana, guys. Really, I hope like I can meet you in person and tell you how much I thank you. But since it's online, I really do appreciate. No, I appreciate from the bottom of my heart. So today I want to go deeper into Saudi Arabia opening their international flights, like allowing international flight to land into and out of Saudi Arabia. What do you need to know? That is what we want to talk today. So remember, different countries have given guidelines to be followed while you want to travel in and out of Saudi Arabia, especially using the Saudi Arabia Airlines and also using other airlines like Ethiopian Airlines, Qatar Airways. Qatar Airways does not fly into Saudi Arabia. That is the Emirates and any other airlines that flies in and out of Saudi Arabia. So today I'm going to try and talk the requirement, what you need from 3 different countries. That is Kenya, I have Kenya, Nigeria, South Africa, India, and of course, yeah, those are 3 countries, and the United Kingdom. I'm going to try to tackle these 4 countries. And another thing, before the end of the video, we're going to know like how much is the ticket price. For example, if you travel from Saudi Arabia to Kenya, from Saudi Arabia to India, from Saudi Arabia to Uganda, how much is the ticket price are you going to be expected to be, and which airlines has the cheapest ticket price? That is our mission in our video today. I know people love it when I just tell you like this is the flight, they go and book at cheap as it is and they fly out. A lot of people come to my inbox and tell me thank you, and I really do feel proud when I help you at this much also. So let's start with Kenya. Like remember, countries have given guidelines to be followed in order to fly out of Saudi Arabia. Let's start with Kenya. If you're flying to the Republic of Kenya, you're kindly requested by authorities in the Republic of Kenya to follow health guidelines below to keep you protected when you're traveling with Saudi. Number 1, the requirement, all the protocol to be followed. Number 1 is that all arriving guests must have the PCR certificate with a negative result issued within 96 hours to travel or before traveling. You have to do the PCR test 96 hours before traveling. Another thing is guests arriving from the countries approved, including Saudi Arabia, will be exempted with quarantine upon arrival. So if you're coming from Saudi Arabia, it's a green tick that you're not going to quarantine yourself, or you're going to do a home quarantine and you're going to be followed up. Generally, there is no quarantine if you're flying from Saudi Arabia. Another thing, guests must fill out health surveillance form period to travel. They have also put a link there. I'm going to try to look for the link and put down in here. So you have to fill that health. It's called what? It's called the health surveillance form from the Ministry of Health. Another thing you need is that guests should wear a surgical face mask, keeping the physical distance and all those prevention measures, including strict hand hygiene and respiratory etiquette at the airport during the flight. So that is generally what you need. It's something I believe most of us we know, and it's something that have been there since the strike of this pandemic. In tumezoea wearing the mask, keeping the distance, wearing all those stuff. Let's check up with Nigeria. Remember, different countries, they have different guidelines, and at the end of this video we're going to tell you like how much is the ticket price to fly in and out from Saudi Arabia. Another is Nigeria. If you're flying to Nigeria, you're kindly requested by authority in Nigeria to keep the following health guidelines below to keep protected you to travel with Saudi. Number 1, all arriving or returning guests must have a PCR certificate, of course, negative, issued within 2 weeks before the travel, and preferably not less than 5 days before traveling. So if you are traveling from or into Nigeria, it's 2 weeks, you have to have the certificate. Another thing, number 2, is guests are required to fill out the health declaration, self-reporting form. Another thing, arrived guests are advised to self-isolate for 14 days and to remain in the city stroke state where the point of entry is located, i.e. Lagos and Abuja, throughout the duration of self-quarantine. So you have to do a self-quarantine if you're flying in and out of Saudi Arabia to Nigeria. Another thing is, if you're not resident in Lagos or Abuja, guests shall make arrangement for accommodation at their own cost. So if you're not a guest, you have to make arrangement for the accommodation. Let's check, like, if you want to fly to South Africa from Saudi Arabia. If you're flying to South Africa, you're kindly requested by the authority in South Africa to follow the health guidelines below. That is, number one, arrived guests are subjected to 14 days quarantine, either state allocated facility or self-quarantine at home or any facility of choice. So you have to do a 14 days quarantine. Number one, the government facilities at your home, that is a home quarantine, or any facility that you choose, but you have to do the 14 days quarantine. Number two is, if self-quarantine is desired, the guest must submit the request through the form below to the email at quarantine@health. Whatever, I'm going to put it there. Obtain a written approval after fulfilling conditions stated in the form. Number three is, self-quarantine guests will be subjected to health reporting protocols and regular follow steps by the Department of Health. Self-quarantine form, that is it. So you have to do the 14 days quarantine if you're flying into South Africa. Let me try to read for India. A lot of requirements are there. Number one, all guests must submit a self-declaration form on the online portal at 72 hours before scheduled travel date. All guests should undergo mandatory quarantine, 14 to 7 days paid institutional quarantine at their own cost, followed by 7 days isolation at the home with the self-monetization from the Ministry of Health. You see, like, India is a little bit strict. You have to do 14 to 7 days quarantine, and it's compulsory. Another thing is, number three, guests may be exempted from the institution quarantine and permitted for 14 days home quarantine on the following cases. Number one, exemptional and compliance reasons such as cases of human distress, pregnancy, death in family, serious illness, and parents accompanied by the children below 10 years, as associated by the receiving guest. So if you're pregnant, all those issues. Another thing, number two, guests who have negative PCR test result certificate with the test for 19 hours period the departure. So if you have the test and it's negative, you're going to be exempted to do a self-isolation at your home. Number four, guests traveling for business reasons and having negative RT-PCR test conducted within 96 period to the travel departure shall be exempted from the home/institutional quarantine. However, the guest should return within 4 days of the arrival as evidenced by the confirmed return ticket. Number five, all guests shall download the Arogya Setu app on the mobile devices. Another thing, number six, is please do not book any domestic flight before you complete the mandatory institutional quarantine and have a PCR test. So that is what you need. Another thing, let's try and check for United Kingdom. Then we say the ticket price and we end up our video. So if you're flying from Saudi Arabia to United Kingdom, number one, all guests arriving into the UK, excluding arriving traveling from the Republic of Ireland, Isla of Man, and the Channel Islands, are required to complete an online UK passenger locator form before entering the UK. Another two, guests may be required to self-isolation for 14 days. You should visit the link, whatever. Yeah, so that is what you need to know. Remember, different countries have given different guidelines when you want to travel in and out to their destination. So let's check and try to navigate into, like, how much is the ticket price, for example, from Saudi Arabia to Kenya. Let's start with Kenya. That is in JEDDAH airport to Kenya. With Egyptian airline, I can see the ticket price is $366. With Egyptian Airlines, again, we have a different flight at $318. With Emirates, we have a flight with $352. With Emirates again and Kenya Airways, we have at $549. With Saudi Air, Egyptian Air, we have a different one with $656, and they're going and increasing up. Let's check, for example, on 1st of October, and it's really cheap. With Air Arabia, we have at $293. It's really cheap. That is on the 1st of October. With Air Arabia, we have at $271. It's really cheap, US dollars. With Emirates, $354. With the, of course, this is which airline is this? With Air Arabia, it's $274 US dollars. It's really getting out cheap. Remember, as the days move on. Let's try and see Uganda. If you're traveling from JEDDAH, that is Saudi Arabia, to Entebbe in Uganda, the cheapest there I can see is $477 US dollars with Emirates. It's really cheap. Another flight with Fly Dubai, that is at 542 US dollars. With Fly Dubai again, 477 US dollars. So it's really way out, very affordable and very cheap if you're going to book this flight. And for Uganda, that is on the 30th of September, and another one in the 1st of October. Let's try to check from Saudi Arabia to Mumbai, India. With a SpiceJet, we have a price ticket there at 177 US dollars. It's very way out affordable. Another one with the SpiceJet is a 326 US dollars, and this is the 1st of October. Another one with India with Emirates is 430 US dollars. Another one with the Flynas is 387 US dollars. You can check the ticket price flying in and out of Saudi Arabia is not the way out so expensive. It's really affordable, and I believe anybody who wants to travel out must make or should make arrangement as early as possible, so that by the time maybe you want to travel out, you're never going to be stuck or you're never going to find this difficulty. However, the flight may miss. You may miss a flight because many people have now booked flight as early as many people have now booked the flights as early as May, April. People wanted to fly out during the pandemic but never got the chance. However, there were some charter flights organized by states to repatriate people home, but they didn't take all the people. Remember, Saudi Arabia has a very big population of foreigners or expatriates. So if you want to fly out, I believe now we have a flight. You should make arrangements to fly out, and I'm going to update you any news that you may want to know or may be useful as you want to fly in and out of Saudi Arabia. Thank you again for stopping by to the Team Brian. If you feel it pleasure, kindly share our video, and we're really going to appreciate. Subscribe to our channel, join our community, and I really thank you guys. See you again in our next video.